Good morning, Dokkan Ninja Turtles. Welcome back to another video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say let's keep this a buck 50 right off the bat. And you guys hit that like button on this video. You get ready with your coffee, all that good stuff, because this is a early morning video. We have a lot to basically do today. So if you're watching this close to about 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, then I'm probably live with the Xbox partner live stream that's going to be at 1 o'clock. So roughly around 12 to maybe 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be live already. So again, if you're watching this video around that time and that red is around, I'm live. Come pull up, watch some videos of some games and see what's going to be happening, because it can't be any worse than PlayStation's last sort of live stream. It can't be any worse than that. Just going to go ahead and say that. But let's get into everything here, because we did have our data download, and we got a good little bit to talk about here, because there's going to be some very good, and there might be some in between this one. And for people that are necessarily wanting to save a lot of Dragon Stones, I told you it was going to be getting pretty hectic around this time, and it's, from what we see right now, it's definitely looking like that's going to be the case. So with this data download, you can already see right now that we already have two of the tickets, so you can already see that there's so much that's happening in this data download, and then there's also so much that wasn't in this data download that necessarily, I guess, they're sort of saving for a little bit later of a time to do another separate data download, because I guess they're sort of getting a whole lot better at not putting everything in the data downloads too early. Remember, that was sort of like the thing that was happening a lot. That's why certain things was getting leaked out beforehand, was because they was putting it in too damn early. And now they pretty much learned from that. So I can't fault them whatsoever at all. But hero stuff, we'll get to talking about that, because that's not in this one. And we're going to be looking to see when that's probably going to be dated in and stuff like that. Because from what it looks like, we're probably going to have like two, at least from now to around like the 10th or the 11th of December. We should probably have like two or three more data downloads, to be honest. Like, unless they just decide to get very lazy and just put it all into one, and then it get leaked out and stuff like that. But so you can see the returning burst modes and stuff like that that's going to be coming next. So yes, it is pretty much confirmed that the global Dokkan campaign units, yeah, the global Dokkan campaign units will be back on the Black Friday sort of sales banner. Now, if you don't necessarily know what that is, you weren't here at that point in time. Well, the Black Friday sale banners are, this is one of them, and this is the other one. So you obviously you have your Dokkan Fest, and then you have your Carnival version. So yeah, Carnival versions, and then the Dokkan Fest version. So you know who's going to be on these. So your Roses, your Blue Goku and Vegeta, Gogeta, Omega Shenron, Omega Sean John. Like, bro, they're back on here. And yes, you can buy them with e-coins. Yeah. So as someone who doesn't have Goku, Goku and Vegeta, I will be probably coining Goku and Vegeta, and I'm probably gonna stay clear away from this banner, to be quite honest, because I don't need anyone else except for the Goku and also the Goku Blue Vegeta exchange. So I'm probably gonna coin them and skip past this one, because we'll be getting into a bunch of other things after that. But we do have, again, well, all this stuff coming through. There's a lot of burst mode, my guy. There is a lot of burst mode. So one of the things is we have ultimate red zone burst mode. That sounds fun to you. So you can go through and basically see all the missions and stuff like that that you need to do, and the score that you get is up to 75, 100. Not really sort of the problem necessarily there. I want to say it might be this one. Yes, it's this one. Okay, so yeah, you got your showdown with Furious Saiyans. Whew, 9,000 score. This is the highest confirmed that we've had for a burst mode. 9,000 score. I don't know if that sounds incredibly fun to you or not, but I can sort of see where we're necessarily shifting in Dokkan, because if you are someone who cannot beat a lot of hard content, and stuff like that. Burst mode, you're probably doing the bare minimum of burst mode to get the rewards that you can get. Probably stopping at maybe like 5,000 or something like that, and then that's pretty much about it. Not really going over that all that much. But for the ones that are beating like everything and stuff like that, then you're probably getting through, and you might try to test it out and put everything on just to see how incredibly hard this is. I'm gonna assume this might be. I don't know if it'll be close to Festival of Battle, like the last stages of Festival of Battle, where they're just hitting for like ridiculous amount at that point in time. I don't know if it'll be somewhere around there, but you do have to realize that since you are going crazy like this, you're probably gonna be doing this with like characters, well, actually, if they're in the categories and stuff like that, that you can get your stackers and stuff like that, then yeah, sure, because you'll just be stacking all the way through. But you also have to remember that this is starting out at a specific amount of probably attack and HP and defense is going to be hitting you with right at the beginning. And we all know the stackers got to stack. So on that. We'll see what necessarily transpires with that 9,000. I know the memes right now, Vegeta crushing it's over 9,000. Like, bro, that's what it pretty much is at this point in time, and that's probably going to give a lot of people some some nightmares. And then you have the other over here, which is for the Omega side. I think this one goes up to, oh yeah, this one goes up to 9,000 as well too. I didn't even realize that. I guess it didn't had it been loaded in the last time I checked it, because the last time I checked it was at 7,000. So yeah, both of those are at 9,000, and then this one down here is only at 75 currently right now, unless it somehow loads in and it goes to 9,000 and it hasn't been loaded in automatically all the way through. Yeah, but you can sort of see when the time frame all these are going to be coming out at 8 o'clock p.m. down through here tonight. So I definitely won't be live or nothing like that for this for the next couple. But yeah, something to look at here. But again, for these banners, you can sort of see who's all uh on these, and again, they will be updated with the Global Dokkan campaign characters. So they'll have their spicy unfeatured units and stuff like that on this one. And to be fair, might you might be able to get who's on this? So you had the anniversary as well too with that. So you're gonna have 10th anniversary and then also Global Dokkan campaign units on here. And should be, I guess, pretty solid. You know, you're going to be able to get your copies of, if you don't necessarily have the 10-year anniversary units as well too. Here, you just started here recently. You haven't got any of the copies of them. Like again, in terms of value wise, for a lot of those people, then this is very, very, very good for you. But for most people that's been here for quite a bit of time, if you're not necessarily chasing dupes and stuff like that, and you're just going to save, do that. Now, again, do whatever you want with your Dragon Stones. I'm just here for advice and stuff like that. So I do have it where it was popped off here, so you can see this one. Now, the thing that I'm going to go ahead and say is there's going to be quite a bit of things that's going to be coming through at these points in times, because you can see right here we do have at the 21st we will have a category to go through as well too. So we'll have something there. One of the things we're going to be talking about is hero stuff. This is one of the reasons why I was talking about hero stuff wasn't necessarily in at that point in time, because you can see down here that the extreme stuff. So when they were getting their easy A's and everything, the 6th of, well, that was November, but we're obviously past that right now. So that's why they've had to move things around to sort of see things. So we're going to assume that a little bit later on, we're probably going to get something with this. That's why I said that maybe another data download will probably happen for that, which should actually happen. We should have something with them there, because again, we won't have this banner whatsoever at all unless they somehow just decide to bring the same banner back and let people summon on. Um, I would highly doubt it, but if that was something, that would be a big surprise if that happened, but I don't see that happening. Like I really don't. If it does happen, then that's just another thing that people missed out on. This came this year. That's like, oh man, these units on here. That's some of these people. Some of these are cool. Like, and then knowing that you got your easy A's and stuff like for the Super Saiyan 4s and everything that's going to be getting theirs. Yeah, like I don't know if that'll happen, but man, would that be something? So let me come back down over here because uh next here in about a week or so, 29th. So remember, we had Ultimate Buhan basically the 29th is when he came out, and his banner and how his banner was, if you enjoyed it, summoned on it at his moment in time or not. We had his banner then. So we're expecting another Dokkan Fest at that point in time. And depending on, what they necessarily really want to go through here with, because again, this is sort of an odd time. You still got the Dragon Ball 40-year anniversary stuff. So we don't know necessarily what's going to be fixated at this point in time. But depending on who it is, because we just got Diamond stuff. And I doubt they're going to be like, here's Super Saiyan 4 mini Goku. Here's Goma, and then here's like adult Super Saiyan Vegeta or something. Like, I doubt they'll do that. They might shift to something else and sort of save all that for like anniversary. That's like one of my picks for anniversary stuff. I'm gonna assume there. And then you have the 12th. So that's one of the reasons why I said all the way up until around like the 12th of December, we should have a couple of data downloads to really happen for us. And you had the carnival, the divine carnival of Gotenks. Now, I'm going to say this really quick because, some people have short term memories and things. And remember when he came out last year? Okay, some of you may be, spacey out on it. But remember when I was like, oh, this guy's going to get better and better and better the more, you know, the more like fusions we get, youth stuff we get, like he's just going to get better. That was true because of the anniversary. And remember that. So if we get another Divine Carnival, pay attention to whoever it is. Okay? Just pay attention to whoever it is because a lot of people skip Gotenks. Like, believe it or not, a lot of people skip Gotenks and summon for Glorio and Daima Goku, which Glorio, yes. Daima Goku, but Glorio, still very good, aged pretty well. Um, and we also getting Daima units and stuff like that with the Vegeta and now with Goku and Goma, aged pretty solid in that slot. So they, like I said before, December pretty much sort of tends to tell us a little bit about certain things and what's necessarily really going to be popping off for us. And like I said, a lot of people skipped him last time. So depending on who that is in that spot, you definitely got to pay attention because more than likely the anniversary is going to have something tying in with them to make them better as well too. So now you just look crazy because you skipped that unit. So I know there's a lot of people yesterday talking about how, they were saving up the Dragon Stones and stuff like that because I made the video talking about how many Dragon Stones approximately you should be getting at that point from, now to the anniversary. And like I said, the reason why I'm saying this is because I know all this stuff is about to go through, and I know a lot of people like to have lapse in their judgment for summoning and stuff like that. And I mean, like I said, it pretty much shows. You can just check the record for a lot of people when they're talking about events that they can't beat and stuff like that. You can just sort of just tell what they sort of skipped out of everything, or just had really bad RNG. But for the most part, around this time of the year, it's skip season, and yeah, I'm just saying, like, pay attention to it because, like I said, these guys were the 26th, and I don't think it's going to be a dual fest this year. I think so. Last year wasn't. So last year, dual fest. The year before wasn't a dual fest, and that's necessarily what they like to do. They like to have like one point it's this, and then it's a dual fest, and then it's not. Like you can just continue to kind of keep going back and back and back, and sort of see like I could probably like this is stage. So what if I go to like 34? Um, am I close to that? No, I am not close to that whatsoever at all. My goodness gracious, I thought I was. I thought wow, I really wasn't. Holy crap. I really wasn't. Was I that off? I genuinely was that off. I guess nothing really happened all that much at that point. Holy moly. Was 2024 that rough? Bruh, because I mean, I'm coming back. Oh, no, no, no. What am I talking about? I had to go even more. What am I doing? This was, we're in 2025. I need to go back to 2023. What am I doing? I said I had 34, 37. Let's go 37. Um, okay. Too far. No, no, not far enough. Not far enough. And okay, let me just go 43. Yeah, so we had to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. How did I forget about this? How did I forget about that? We had the Divine Carnival of Oh man, how did I forget about that? I keep forgetting we weren't synced up at that point in time. So we had Divine Carnival of him, and then we also, well, holy shit, it was it was who I thought, because yeah, 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 because we had the LR of Goku, and God was then, yeah, 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 yeah. You see where they were. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I was right. Yeah, yeah, I was right. I was right, because this was the banner that we got basically for our Christmas stuff, and then we got Trunks at the beginning of the year. Yeah, this was. Ooh, this was something. This was something, because I forgot we had our actual Tanabanta at that point in time. So this makes me think that this year we should probably get a regular sort of a carnival at that point. Maybe carnival banner. I'm thinking. I'm thinking we get a carnival banner at this point in time, since we had the dual fest. So this is one of my theories of why I personally think we might get orange piccolo. Orange piccolo. It just kind of sort of screams, makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, demonic power gets buffed again, like crazy, at the end of this, with him, Beast Gohan, well, Beastless Gohan getting their easy A's, and you got the Gammas with the androids getting, and artificial life forms getting easy A's as well too, and also superheroes and stuff. You got a lot that comes through with that one, and again, that's a lot of easy A's right there, and with the new Piccolo as well too. It could probably go extremely ham, especially if he's necessarily a stacker, because this is the name of the game of these LRs and stuff like that, is stacking, and well, Piccolo has to get hit quite a bit now to build up and stuff like that. So if you have a stacking Piccolo that you could take in as well too, another super type, yeah, like a Goma sort of situation, yeah, yeah, would be pretty rough there, and probably a must summon at that point in time. But I'm not going to impose my will too much on saying that that's like one of the things that I think is 100% going to happen. It's just something that I've seen that makes so much sense that that's its own celebration, while they haven't really necessarily touched any of those units to get easy A's at that point in time. And plus, it would make a lot of sense because Piccolo and also Gohan came out around that time in what, 2022? Yeah, 2022. So it would make a lot of sense for their easy A's. Boom, right there, get their easy A's. But yeah, that's all from the data download that we had, and all the mission stuff that we can sort of see from this data download. Everything to be sort of aware of that is going to be happening on Dokkan in the next couple of days. Let me know in the comment section below if any of this changes anything that you've had for skip season or not. If you're going to be picking up units from the Black Friday coin store, or you're summoning genuine, like, let me know. But other than that, have an awesome day/night. Stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.